to hole number one of the Silicon Valley 9-hole cup. Starting off here with a par 4, extra mile and a quasar. One bar of topspin here with maximum right spin. Here in a light cross tailwind. I'm setting it up a little bit close here to the right-hand side, about half that red ring. Cutting in on the right-hand side. We're going to make an adjustment here at 10% maximum distance. Now, even if you're playing with like an extra mile 6 or 5 or something like that, I really think the best way to go here is to get as far down this fairway as possible. If you have like an EM4 or something like that, bring a Titan ball, do what you got to do, because I think there's a lot of value here in getting as close to the end of this second fairway as possible. It's going to give you a lot of, a high probability of success when you've got a short iron for your second shot. So, second shot then here, I choose to bring the Thorn because that is the short iron I've been using forever. Now, sizing it up here, we're definitely playing this at mid-distance. 3 bars of backspin. Now, you can see there's like 0.3 or something right spin. That does counter the right to left wind a little bit, so we might want to use that principle there regardless of the wind direction we're working with. 10% mid, like I said, and, I just have this one lined up directly at the cup. That wind angle, you can see that arrow flickering. I'm trying to keep it straight. You have to learn those wind angles and work with them the best you possibly can. Perfect ball. We do want to start this tournament off with an eagle, so I wish you the best of luck here. I'll see you on the next one. Hole number 2, and we have a very straightforward par 3. Navigator, backbone, 3 bars of backspin, 0.5 bars of left spin. Don't pay any attention to those old spin values. Just listen to the words I say, and we shall be fine. Now, 25% maximum distance here is the play on this setup, and I don't really like how I played the center of the bullseye here, right on the edge of the fringe in the fairway. However, reviewing these shots, I literally sunk this one like 3 or 4 times, so it's a reasonable place for us to start, but I will probably work with 4.5 backspin with that bottom of the yellow ring touching the fringe in tournament play. But as you can see, we missed the fringe. We get it in the bottom of the cup. That's what counts. I'll see you on hole number 3. Hole number 3 is a par 5. I'm setting it up here with an extra mile and a quasar ball. Notice I'm only giving it a couple of bars of top spin here. We are going with maximum left spin. Now, be very careful here, especially in a wind like this, that you don't go too crazy with the curl. And I'm intentionally not going crazy with the distance here because I do want to set it up here for a second shot with the sniper. And there is a little bit of a funnel on the screen. Now, you are not going to see me drop this shot right now. I've dropped it in pro from the second tee. But what I gathered from watching multiple replays here of this shot in rookie is that I actually need to focus a little bit more on being to the right side of the funnel. Every single miss that I had was to the left. So whatever you see me play here, I'm going to work on this shot by adding that kind of off to the right. Now, you see we're going to wiggle back and forth right and left, and I'm kind of settling, I'd say, center or more left on that funnel. I do believe that if I had pulled that a little further to the right, with this exact spin setup, we should be perfectly fine. 4 back, 1 left with the right side of the funnel. 0% maximum distance here on this adjustment, and that's exactly the way that I'm going to play it here in the qualifying round of the Silicon Valley. So I still think this is a great setup, and it gives us a very calculated process to go ahead and attack that albatross. And hey, it's not like I missed by a ton here. We're going to get this one when it counts. Hole number 4, this par 3, I would say is deceptively difficult. I've got like 0.6 bars of backspin here, and I've got 0.7 bars of right spin. I'm going to set this one up with the top of the yellow ring here with my Goliath 7 cutting into that rough line. And this is a difficult shot at the best of times, especially here with the headwind. Now, be very, very careful of this bunker. I just have to say it. If you get in that bunker, you are absolutely in massive trouble. It is much deeper and more intimidating than it might first look. Do not ask me how I know this. And I don't know. I think this hole is worth the Kingmaker, and I think this approach with this 15 max adjustment is absolutely worth. You see here, there is a little glitchy roll you can get sometimes, but this one, we're going to get this one in the tournament. Hole number 5 is a par 5. And this is an iconic hole. Don't go too long here. Bar and a half of topspin, max left spin, and I'm using no more than a Titan ball here. You could bring a Zerk, arguably, to make that second shot a little bit more achievable, but even then, I think it's an outside chance at an Albatross at best. So, extra mile here, like I said, 10% max, and you can play a little bit of baby curl here or something if you feel like it. Not wrong. However, it's not necessary. As demonstrated here, we get this one up the center and just over that little gap. Nothing crazy. You see all those trees there, so don't go too far right. They're absolutely in play. Second shot, I've got a horizon here. If you don't have a horizon, bring a big dog. About 4, what do I have here? 4 bars of top spin, 2 bars of right spin is the final adjustment. Now, we are playing it on the right-hand side of the green there. So you see where that little marker is on the right, the 2 small bunkers? Don't go too far to the left. So simply here, 0% max on this adjustment, and it's going to roll down. There's quite a huge green to work with here, so it's not really a problem if you come in a little bit hot. I mean, there's just a ton of green to work with. Ultimately, though, this one you can see here, it takes a little bit of luck to kind of find that line, but it's absolutely droppable. And I feel like, you know what I mean? Some of us are absolutely going to get this one to fall. I hope you're one of them. Hole number 6 here. This par 4 is all about the drive. I'm going max back, max right here with this extra mile level 6 and a Titan ball. See half that red ring in the right, and look at the tip of that ball guide. You see how it's right on the edge of the bunker and the rough? I adjust this shot here at 10% maximum distance, and we're going to give it like about a half to 3/4 of a ball of right curl. If you play this one correctly, you're going to end up with a putt. You're not going to need that end bringer that I have there, but I would say at the worst, so you see that much curl with this wind. We have to just, of course, tweak it according to the wind, but the bottom line is bounce carefully. Ooh, you could drop it if you're really lucky, but you should be able to stick this one at least to the fringe. Good luck. Hole number 7, this par 3, I have to play it with a Marlin ball here because we're really close to minimum distance and we need room to adjust this sniper. 3 bars of backspin and 0.5 bars of right spin here with this pretty straight tailwind. Be very cautious of the slope on this green. Just to the left of that pin, it slopes quite far to the left, and you can actually leave yourself a pretty long putt. So do a few practice shots with this one. Depending on the wind, it's absolutely something that's worth working for. 10% minimum distance adjustment here, as indicated. Make sure you hit that perfect ball, baby, because I want to see you get a drop on this awesome-looking hole. Come on, everybody. Good luck. We'll see you on hole number 8. Hole number 8, I think it's a really cool par 4. Setting it up here with a Titan ball and an extra mile. Now, you see how I'm fairly low down on the fairway here? That's at the +1 yard mark with this extra mile 6. I've got about a bar and a half of right spin and 1 bar of backspin. We really want to be careful here not to go too long. So look very carefully where I have this one situated. You could have the yellow rings a little more evenly distributed on either side of the fairway here with a touch more right spin. You know, whatever works for you. But at the end of the day, the goal here is to get this ball to the end or fairly close to the end of the second fairway. What that's going to leave us is a second bounce rough bump with your favorite long iron. For me, that happens to be the backbone in rookie. I play a Grizzly up in the second tee. So 302 yards here. That's going to leave us, like I said, that backbone at medium distance. I do adjust this shot 10%. Now, 3 bars of backspin here, no side spin. And look very carefully at that second bounce. It's just on the fringe. So 10% mid, we're setting it up. We're going to pull about 1.4 rings. Luckily, we've got really low wind here. Just double checking. Yeah, we're mid. Good enough for me. So top of that red ring, just cutting into the rough ever so gently. And really, this one just takes a little bit of luck. It's not the easiest. There is a way that you can just rough bump directly, but that slope in front of this green is really, really difficult. And I mean, hey, if you're still watching this video at this point, why don't you go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me? And don't forget to subscribe to Erlich Gaming. I'll see you on hole number 9. Hole number 9, as per tradition, we're playing a par 5. I've got max left spin here and like 2.2 bars of backspin. If I had a stronger wind here, I might go 2.5. I'm setting it up. Look very closely at the tip of that ball guide. I'm just left of the rough past this little kidney-shaped bunker. 10% max here is going to be the adjustment. So we're just going to make a nice little push because of those trees. Sometimes it's much easier to push here, depending on the wind direction we're playing with. And we're going to give it like 3/4 of a ball of left curl here. Hit. Perfect. And this should set you up really nicely for the second shot. Carefully here, right in the middle, rolling up that hill. Push it a little bit if you need to, but not essential. Second shot here, whatever you do, get the ball to the green. If you would like, there is a possible very thin margin to try to get this one with the big dog. I'm giving this about 3 bars of backspin, half a bar of right spin, and that second bounce is just up over that steep bunker. I really don't want to see you down in that bunker. There's nothing wrong with adding some right curl here and just getting this safely down there. But, I mean, if you're having a good round and you're feeling feisty, negative 10% max here on the adjustment. And, there's a little tiny chance that you could dial this one in. I mean, I believe in you. I don't know if I believe in me on that shot, but we're going to give it a go. That's for sure. Clean and easy, up and over. We just bounced over that hole. I wish you all the very best in this Silicon Valley 9-hole cup. I'll see you out on the course.